Greetings, this is Tim. I've got a little bit different video this time. Normally I spend a lot of time on 3D printing and the AnkerMake M5. Did a keyboard, looked at a camera I found online. But this week I wanted to touch into something different. I like to shoot competition, mostly Glock Shooting Sports Foundation. I shoot a 9mm Glock 19, and that's mostly standing, pointing at targets. And I've wanted to get into three-gun competition, a lot more moving, a lot more dynamics. So I wanted to build a rifle, particularly that purpose, but I didn't want a rifle like everybody else's. I decided that I am going to build a rifle that is a little unique. And recently there's been some ATF rulings regarding the use of pistol braces. I'm not going down that path. I am building an SBR, but it is going to be an actual SBR with a real stock, and it's not intended to get around pistol brace rulings and whatnot. So along the way, I was able to purchase this. There we go. I was able to purchase this. This is the real Avid AR-15 Armor's Master Kit Pro. I was able to get it on Optics Planet. Normally it's like $450. There's a second kit that's a non-pro version, and that's about $250. That's more readily available. But I wanted the crow's feet wrenches instead of the armor's wrench that comes with the other kit. And I got this for, when all discounts were included and whatnot, I got this for about $300. So I'm going to go over that at some point. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you some experiences I've had. Now here is the receiver set. This is a 2A Armament Balios receiver set. It is an ultralight AR set. I should be able to build this AR for right around 4 pounds. My goal was to be reliable and an SBR, so I went with this match grade Wilson Combat barrel. And a lot of people use pencil profile barrels, and they shoot 5.56. Well, this is a 300 Blackout match grade barrel. I went with this because I wanted the accuracy. And it's a balance of getting that thinner profile and saving weight versus having the accuracy in the larger round. But my experience on this has been a little interesting. This is a Forester Go gauge. When you get a new barrel, you should verify the specs of the barrel. So you place that in the barrel and then take a stripped bolt, and it should rotate relatively freely, which it does. However, when I take the no-go gauge and place it in here, it still rotates. It catches every once in a while, but it still rotates. So I wanted to verify. So again, the no-go gauge, but this is from my AR-15 Smith & Wesson M&P 15, and still it catches, not as freely as the original, but it still rotates. And I was concerned with this. So my daughter lives in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and when we went to visit her recently, I took this to Wilson Combat, which is just north of Fort Smith, Arkansas. And I called beforehand, and they said, yeah, come on up and we'll check it out. So they checked out the barrel, and I got to see some of their other barrels and verify that they all behaved in the same manner. Now, their statement was that due to tolerances and the precision of their barrel, that this is acceptable. And I can understand some of the variability, but when you're trying to fit a specification, I would expect, if it was tolerances, I would expect a go gauge not to work. I wouldn't expect the no-go gauge to work. So it was just a little concerning. They said build the rifle. If the bolt closes on the chamber, it should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and build the rifle, and I'll share with you the experience. And if I come back bandaged up, you know what happened. But as far as building the rifle, I'm not going to create an instructional video or anything like that building the rifle. I am not an expert on building rifles. I've built this other AR that's on my workbench years ago, and I enjoy building, but I enjoy building a lot of things. I enjoy building motorcycles. I enjoy building 3D printing. I don't have anything new to add to the conversation about building an AR. I'm just going to share my experience with building this AR and my experience with this real Avid armor's kit. This book came with it. It's got a good instruction book, one of the best instruction books I've seen for the AR. But I'll let you know my experience with this as I build it and what I think of it when I'm done. So with that, have a good week. I will talk to you all later. And for the fathers out there, happy Father's Day.